strategy I have for you today is called the 4-chip shuffle. It's a good strategy that can be used at any level. If you're looking to spend some time at the tables, make a day of it. It's really hard to lose a big pile of money all at once. It's a bit of a grinder, but there really is good opportunity to walk away from the craps table a winner. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, a quick overview of how this strategy works. Here's our 8 shooters. We take our first shooter, which we have 4 units to work with, and we'll start with the don't pass bet. Once a point's established, our goal is to get 2 come bets placed and 1 don't come. So we would get our first come bet. After a roll, we'd move it to where the dice was rolled. Our third chip, we'd make our second come bet. We'd move it to wherever the dice was rolled to. And for our fourth and final bet, we'd put on the don't come. And once again, we'd move it to wherever the dice was rolled. We have our 8 shooters here of 4 units each. I'm gonna pull these back a little. So we'll take our first shooter and get our 4 units out there. That's what we're allowed to use. We're not allowed to dip into these other stacks. We have 4 units to use on this shooter. Get that out of the way. So we start with our don't pass, and let's get a point. Hard 10. That's a great point when you're playing the don't. The odds are in our favor. All right, second bet, second chip we're gonna use to make our first come bet. And we rolled a 5, so that's gonna move to the 5. Gonna use our third chip to make our second come bet. We rolled a 4. With our fourth and final chip, we're gonna play the don't come. This is where we're a little vulnerable. If we're to roll a 7, lose, 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 we would win here. We'd be down 2 units. All right, we hit the 4. So the 4 is gonna pay. And our don't will move to the 4. I guess these 2 chips can come back down here. So we have 2 more chips to work with now. So we have a don't pass and we have a don't come bet. So we need to make a come bet to even things out. We're always looking to have 2 come bets and 2 don'ts out there. All right, yo 11, that's a winner on the come bet. So we'll just go ahead and replace that come bet. 8. Okay, so we have 4 bets out there now. We have a don't, and then 2 come bets. We also have 2 chips here. So we're actually up 2 chips for this shooter. Since our 4 bets are out there, we're not gonna play these 2. We're just gonna roll it out for now. Okay, 8. So that's gonna pay. And now we have a don't and a don't. So we need another come bet out there. You can kind of see why this is called the 4-chip shuffle. 5. This has been a pretty good roll. Okay, so the 5 is going to pay. That come bet's going to go to the 5. And once again, we're going to replace the come bet. We've got 4 chips out there working. Okay, 7 out. So that's pretty good actually. So we're going to lose on the 5. But we're going to win on our don't come on the 4, on our come bet, and on the don't. More than doubled our money on that shooter. Trust me, it doesn't always work out that way though, obviously. Okay, next shooter, there's our 4 units. We'll start with the don't pass. And start immediately off with the 7, which is a loser for the don't pass. So gave one of those units up already. Simply replace the don't pass with our second chip, and 8 is the point. Go ahead and make our first come bet, and 7 out. So we're gonna win on the come bet and on the don't. We have 1 chip back here still. So for that shooter, we're up 1 unit. Okay, third shooter, there's our 4 units. And we've got our don't out there. 7 on the come out roll, that's a loser. Replace and try again. Back-to-back 7s on the come out roll. See if we can salvage anything. Okay, a 5 is the point. We have one more chip. We're going to make that first come bet. Now if we can manage to roll a 7 again, the most common number, we'll break even for this shooter. And we roll a 9. So we move that over to the 9. There's nothing else for us to do right now except go ahead and roll this out. 10. 5, which is the point. So we lose our don't pass. And we've got a lone 9 hanging out there. Just going to roll this out. 5. New point's 5. Hit another point. 6. New point 6. And 7 out. So our 9 goes away too. We lost all 4 units of that shooter. All right, let's give it another go. 8, the point's 8. Second chip is our first come bet. 6. Move that come bet to the 6. Now making our second come bet. 9. With that last chip, we go over the don't come. And it's a 5. Okay, we've got our 4 chips out there working. Let's just roll it out. It's an 11, yo 11. 9, so the 9's gonna pay. Now we've got a don't, and a come. So we're gonna go ahead and put another come bet out there. 4. Okay, so we've got the 4 and the 6. And then we've got the don't on the 5 and the don't pass. That's 4 bets. So we're just keeping this chip back here and rolling. 10, easy 10. 6. 6 wins. And now we've got 2 don'ts, 1 come bet out there. So replace the come bet. 9. Move our come bet to the 9. We've got all 4 bets working again. 2 chips back here now. 5. Hit the 5, which means we lose on the don't. All right, so we've got 2 come bets and 1 don't. So I'm going to use one of my chips available to play the don't come. And 6 is the roll, so we'll move that don't to the 6. We've got all 4 bets working again. 10, nothing on the 10 for us. 6, lose that don't come bet on the 6. We've got 1 more chip back here, so we'll replace that come bet. 3 wins on the come. 8 hit the point, so we're going to lose our don't pass. We're going to move our don't to the 8. We've got 1 chip. We're just going to put out there on the don't pass and get another point. 3. Okay, 3 is a winner on the don't pass. 5, the point's 5. Okay, we've got our 4 bets working out there, so we're just going to let this chip relax. 6. 3. 10, easy 10. 6. And 7 out. Okay, so we're going to lose our 4 and our 9, but we're going to win on the don't for the 8 and on the don't pass. We got 1 chip behind, so we're up 1 unit for that shooter. There's a lot of shuffling going on that time. All right, the point's 5 this time. We'll make our first come bet. 11 is a winner for the come bet. That's what we like. Rolled a 9, so move that to the 9 and get our second come bet placed. 7 out. Okay, so we're going to lose on the 9, but we're going to win on our come bet and on the don't pass line. So for that shooter, we're up 2 units. We've been through 5 shooters, have 3 left. The point's 4. We'll make our first come bet with our second chip. We rolled an 8, slide that over to the 8, get our second come bet out there. Okay, we hit the 8, so the 8's going to pay. Move our come bet to the 8 and replace that come bet. 9. Okay, all we need now to do is make a don't come bet. We have all 4 chips out there working. Hit the 4, unfortunately, so we'll move our don't to the 4 and we lose our don't pass line bet. And we have 1 chip behind, so let's put it on the don't pass bar and get things rolling again. 5 is the point. Okay, we have 4 chips working, no more chips to bet with anyways, so let's roll out. Man, hit another point. All right, so lose our don't pass. And 3 chips working out there for us, no more to play with. 5 is the point. Roll it out. 6, nothing on the 6 for us. We're looking for a 8 or 9 really. And instead we get a hard 4, which takes down our don't come bet on the 4. Need an 8 or a 9 to keep this going. 3, craps 3. 5's the point. Inconsequential for us. We didn't have anything on the don't pass bar. 4 is the new point. Craps 2. 8, hard 8. All right, back in business a little bit. So that pays. Since we've got a 1 come bet out there, let's let's get our second come bet first. Bad decision. 12 is a loser for the come bet. We've got 1 more chip. 2, loser for the come bet. Incredible rolling by me. All right, all we've got out there is the 9. There's a craps 3. Wow. 8. 5. We got our 9. So the 9 pays. Get a come bet out there. Lose it promptly by rolling a craps 3. 1 more chip, put it on the come bet. And a hard 10. 6. 7 out, so we lost it all that time. We have 2 shooters left. So you can kind of see how this is a grind. Hopefully you can also see how you could play this at a $25 level and not just get blown away and have a chance to win. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Our don't pass bet out there. 7 out. Got a bit of unluckiness lately. Another 7. 2 chips left. Another 7. Down to our last chip. All right, 10. So no more chips to play with. Just going to roll this out. There's an 8. Just looking for a 7 and not a 10. 5. We may have used them all up. 4, hard 4, hard 4, easy 4, incredible, hard 4, look at that. It's a 6 and a 10. Lost it all. Okay, just one more shooter. Hard 4. Might want to consider placing a bet on the hard 4, huh? All right, there's our come bet. It's an 11, a winner for the come bet. Sorely needed. 6, move our come to the 6 and replace it. 4, yeah, not a hard 4, but an easy 4. So we're gonna lose our don't pass line bet, slide our come bet to the 4, and get a don't pass placed out there, or set up out there. Okay, 6 is a winner for us. That down. 0.6. Get that come bet replaced. I feel like I might have done something a little wrong. 11's a winner for the come bet. And replace it. 5. Okay, so we've got 2 come bets and we have our don't pass, so we're gonna put a chip on the don't come. And 6, which is the point. We lose our don't pass bet, move our don't come bet to the 6, and let's replace that don't pass bet. We've got our 4 bets working now, and we roll a 10. Okay, 1 lone chip hanging out here. Our other four chips are working. 6, it's a loser on the don't. Let's put another don't out there. 9, no more chips to play with. 4 chips out there working for us. 7 out. Okay, so we're gonna lose on the 4 and the 5. We're gonna win on the don't on the 9 and our don't pass. For that shooter, we broke dead even. Let me count them up and tell you how we did. Okay, we finished up a loser. I've got $750 out there instead of 800, what we started with. So we lost 2 units that whole time. So, you know, playing that long at a $25 table, you saw those 7s we rolled on the come out rolls, which obviously is a hole in this strategy. But despite pretty bad luck, we're just down 2 units. If you were playing that in 5s and you were down 2 units, you'd be down $10. Playing it with 1s, down 2 units, you'd be down $2. So that's a strategy you can use if you want to be at the table a while, have some drinks, have a chance to win.